Okay, guys, welcome to the Universal Nerd Hour. This is Michael, aka So Smooth, here with
your girl Tina.
And today we're going to be giving you guys a review of the Enola Holmes movie on Netflix. Now, I know a lot of you guys aren't messing with Netflix right now because of some controversy they've had, but I don't pay for my Netflix subscription anyway, so I'm not in that. I mean,
it's a secret.
I agree with you guys, but, whatever. So, the movie Enola Holmes takes place in the year 1900?
1900, yeah.
1900, and it follows Sherlock Holmes' youngest or only little sister, Enola Holmes, whose last name spelled backwards is what?
Whose first name spelled backwards
First name spelled backwards
Alone.
is what? Alone. See, when you try to trivia somebody, but you have to, they gotta correct you. You gotta correct the question. But it stars Bobby Brown.
Her name is Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. And Henry Cavill, a.k.a. Superman. A.k.a. The Witcher. A.k.a. the most handsome guy in the movie. I'm straight, guys. I'm straight. Just know that. Just know I'm straight. So, we follow along, and Enola is spending a bunch of time with her mom. Oh, spoiler alert, guys, for anybody who hasn't seen it or who doesn't care to and just wants to hear what I think about it or what we think about it. So, the movie starts with Enola Holmes, and she's hanging out with her mom. She's giving us a lot of detail about her life, and one day she wakes up on her birthday, right?
Yeah, it's the day of her 16th birthday.
And her mother is just gone. So, she calls her brothers, Sherlock, and what was the other one? Mycroft. She calls both of them, Mycroft being the oldest brother, and they come home. They don't recognize her at first because it's been years since they've been home. So, fast forward, what's his name?
His name is
Mycroft?
Tewksbury? Or
Mycroft?
Mycroft, yes, that's
Mycroft decides that she's not a proper lady and she needs to be sent to a girls' finishing school where the headmistress there will proceed to teach her how to be a proper lady. But how does the story proceed?
After that, she starts looking for clues to help find her mom. And, what happens? She runs away, yeah. Because the night before she's supposed to go to the finishing school, the ladies' school.
But then she ends up running into this guy who's the Marquis, who's supposed to be in the House of Lords. But he's running away from his uncle and whatever. But then we find out that there's an assassin after him. In a bowler hat. Was it bowler?
A bowler's hat. A brown bowler's hat.
A brown bowler's hat. And he decides he's going to try to kill this guy by throwing him off the train. And the Marquis, which, dude, I can't remember that kid's name for anything.
I told you it's Tewksbury.
Yeah. My berries. And so Enola ends up saving this guy because he goes and he hides away in her cabin on the train. And Enola's dressed like a boy because she's also on the run from this finishing school. You guys see how we're strategically leaving out details. It's hard trying to figure out what to leave out. I still want you guys to go see the movie. I don't want to spill all the beans.
It was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
It was one of those movies. And it wasn't super pushing gender politics in our face or anything. It was a really good movie. Enola is a really great character. I liked her. She wasn't a Mary Sue. She had troubles. The world corrected her every time she messed up. Just about every time she messed up.
Almost, yeah.
And she remembered her training that she received from her mom, such as fighting, dealing with word anagrams and all that stuff.
Ciphers and whatnot.
Exactly. So she makes her way to London. Where she runs into the boy, her and Tewksbury. We're just gonna call him Tewksbury. You'll have to watch the movie to know his real title. But I was keen on calling him the Marquis, but I like Tewksbury better. But Tewksbury is on the run, and they separate in London, and turns out his vote is the one that's going to give women the right to vote.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that's why the guy in the bald head hat,
bowler hat,
was trying to kill her, or kill him. So, what does Enola do? Enola keeps him safe, tries to hide him, and in the meantime, she's looking for clues to try and figure out where the heck her mom is. So, she finally finds a bunch of clues. She runs into a few of her mom's old friends. They refuse to help or give her any information, but she's so smart because she is a Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Holmeses, and she finds the base of operations for her mom, and we find out that her mom is some sort of radical terrorist that's just going to blow up everything. She was
pretty much, yeah.
She was about that action. She was about to, if women can't vote, can't nobody vote. So she was about to go over there. She was getting her explosives ready.
Like shrapnel bombs and whatnot.
I'm telling you, little grenades, 1900s grenades, man. She was ready. So Enola found all that stuff. When she finds all this stuff, she runs into the bald head hat guy again. And the bald head hat guy fights her, almost kills her, but she remembers her training once again. She fakes like she gets drowned, and she escapes. So, after she escapes, she goes, she saves Twigsberry. I won't tell you who's been trying to kill Twigsberry, and who's been around it, or been behind it this whole time. But I will tell you guys that you won't suspect it. Or you will. I mean, the story itself isn't that hard to follow.
Yeah, not at all.
The story itself isn't that hard to follow. I mean, I will admit I found a few parts of the movie where I'm like, okay, I'm getting bored. Because you kind of know how it's going to play out. But it just doesn't work out the way you think it's going to work out.
Yeah. But
at the end of the day, you guys really should go and see the movie. I give it a so smooth 3.5 stars.
What? Oh, out of 5. Right?
Out of 5. Not out of 10. Not out of 10.
Because I was like, dang.
I mean, but there are so many movies. I might as well make it a scale of 10. I will give it a 6 out of 10 for its delightfulness, for its goodness. What would you rate it, Tina?
I mean, I would say maybe a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
Yeah, I really liked it. And even though it low-key kind of pushed the feminist agenda, but it's back in the day trying to give them the right to vote.
I mean, it was basic.
So it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. It kind of fell into place the way they put it in there. But it was, like I said, I really liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was exciting. I thought it was cool. I really liked it.
Oh, I mean, once you abolish slavery, what's next? Slaves get the right to vote, and then women get the right to vote. There's a natural order to these things. But I really did like Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes. He was a great Sherlock Holmes. He didn't do too much. He didn't do too little. He kept the character well together.
Mm-hmm. He really did. Yeah.
His mannerisms, all that stuff. He kept it together for the whole movie. And even though he didn't have as many lines as Enola, he had the right... You know how someone plays a character perfectly, but the script just doesn't give them their time to shine? I've seen it a few times. They play a character beautifully, but they don't get enough time to shine. The one time I thought, or one of the few times that I thought a character got the time to shine, who was actually good at the role they were playing, who was meant for that role, was the guy who played Jim Gordon in the Dark Knight movies. The Dark Knight trilogy. He was a perfect Jim Gordon. I loved it. He had the intensity, he had the passion, he had everything that you think about Jim Gordon. Mm-hmm. He was there, he was doing this part, and he was a no-nonsense cop unless it would involve Batman. Then he was all about that nonsense. Mm-hmm. But back to Enola. I think that Enola, that's 6.5 stars. 6.5 stars out of 10. I quote 6.5 stars out of 10. The movie didn't push any politics at us. It didn't. Well, first of all, let me explain that because you're going to watch it and be like, what is this guy talking about? It's all about politics. No, it didn't push politics at us. It says, okay, my mom went off. What's my mom doing? You find out your mom's trying to get women the right to vote. The movie didn't tell you if it was a good thing. The movie didn't tell you if it was a bad thing. There was a part in the movie where Sherlock Holmes was talking to a woman and she told him about how hard it is being someone who doesn't have any power in a society. And that was cool. It was a quick 5-minute scene. It wasn't like dragged out through the entire movie, just a bunch of virtue signaling and, none of that. The movie, that was the premise, but the movie was about Enola becoming a detective, figuring out what she wants to do, deciding her own path, getting hit on the head a few times, succeeding a few times, and solving the mystery of who was trying to kill this kid. That was background stuff. And it's acceptable. That's how I want politics in movies. I don't want politics to be the forefront of what the movie's about. If I want to see a documentary, I'll go watch a documentary.
True.
Right?
Yeah, very true.
But it's really good. You guys should check it out. If you're tired of watching movies that push politics in your face, this is one of those things. This is one of those movies you should watch. And trust me, it's bearable. Everybody remembers liking the first Jurassic Park movie. And I was saying this to Tina a few days ago, that the first Jurassic Park, the old girl in the movie calls people sexist. She's talking about women inheriting the earth. That was a joke. But she's talking about all these feminist, she made a few feminist jokes. I'm not going to act like that was her entire character. But this is how Enola was. It was a sprinkle, a dash here. It wasn't what the whole movie was about. The movie was about running away from dinosaurs, trying not to get eaten. And Enola was about trying to figure out who killed this kid, finding her own destiny, and
finding her mama.
Exactly. And doing what she needs to do. I won't tell you guys if she found her mom or not. I want you guys to be sad at the end of the movie like I was. Don't imply anything by that. I'm not implying anything by saying you'll be sad at the end of the movie. Just know, get in there, go watch Enola on Netflix. If you're not paying for it, or if you're not protesting Netflix, go in there, watch it. These people really deserve the support. Go ahead, tweet about it. I'm going to tweet about it after we get out of here.
Of course.
I'm going to tweet it out that it was a good thing. And that's pretty much all I got to say on that topic. Just get in there and watch it. We will be giving you guys another review on some other movies. You guys just have to wait and figure out what those things are. But until then, you guys enjoy the rest of this podcast. Enjoy the other videos on the YouTube channel. Or if you're listening on Spotify, please go ahead and indulge in our other shows or segments that we have. And please consider becoming a patron. Please go to Patreon, become a patron. We're on there as Duo Sword. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, please just go ahead and like the page, the Dual Sword Universe page. You'll know it when you see it. You guys, peace.
Mm-hmm.